The police have arrested 2 suspects in connection with a kidnap and murder by strangulation, a case that was reported on 13th June 2026, according to CP Chituma Rusoke, the PRO of Uganda Police Force. The incident occurred on 12th June at around 9 p.m. in Isoroma Village, Katongore Parish, Kyenjojo Sub-County. Chituma told a press briefing on Monday that preliminary findings indicate that on the evening of 12th June, a 7-year-old boy, Torinayo Osbert, went with his brothers to watch a movie at a bar within the neighborhood but did not return home. Efforts by family members and residents to trace him proved unsuccessful until 15th June, when the family received a phone call from an unknown person demanding a ransom of 1.5 million shillings in exchange for the child's release and threatening to kill him. The case was reported to police, who tracked down and arrested 2 suspects identified as Manindo Isaiah, commonly known as Bala, aged 26, and Twimche Elias, aged 17 years. During interrogation, the suspects reportedly confessed to the killing and guided police to the crime scene, where the victim's lifeless body was found covered with tree leaves. The body was conveyed to Kyenjojo Hospital for a post-mortem examination.
Police in Kyenjojo registered the case of kidnap and murder by strangulation. Now, this incident occurred on 12th, that is a day before, at around 2100 hours, or what most people know as 9 p.m. in the night. This was in the area of Isoroma Village, Katongore Parish, in Kyenjojo Sub-County. Our preliminary findings indicate that on that evening of 12th June, a juvenile of 7 years, Torinayo Osbert, went with his brothers to watch a film, or other people call it a movie, at a bar within the neighborhood, but did not return home. So efforts by the family members and residents to trace him initially proved unsuccessful. On 15th June, the family received a phone call from an unknown person demanding a ransom of 1,500,000 in exchange for the child's release, threatening to kill him. Now, the information had reached police on the 13th, and the hunt for the suspects and the tracking process was on. So police managed to track and arrest 2 suspects, identified as Manindo Isaiah, commonly known as Bala. This one is 26 years old, and Twimche Elias of 17 years. During the interrogation, the suspects confessed to the killing and guided the police to the crime scene, where the lifeless victim lay, covered in tree leaves. The body was conveyed to Kyenjojo Hospital for post-mortem. Now, the message I have for today, yes, we managed to arrest the suspects. And considering that they participated and led us to the recovery of the remains of the victim, strongly implicates them. But the strongest message here that we should put forward is how a child of 7 years would end up in a bar at 2100 hours. So those are the things that we want to strongly communicate to communities out there. Because now this is a life that has been lost. We are going to punish the suspects, but we are not going to recover the life of the 7-year-old, the victim. So that was the message for today. that parents have really very serious work here. Community leaders, you can see this victim essentially lost his or her life because some adults here and there did not do their work.
In a separate incident, the police in Wakiso registered a case of alleged trafficking in persons following the rescue of 18 juveniles in Kakunyu village, Wakiso Town Council. Officers at Namusera Police Post received information from local council members in Kakunyu village that a house in their area was accommodating an unusually large number of young children, estimated to be between 3 and 12 years old. According to Chituma, police working together with local leaders and residents conducted an operation at the premises. 18 juveniles, 9 boys and 9 girls, were found living in 2 dilapidated rooms under suspicious conditions. It is alleged that the children had been transported from Luero and Masindi districts under unclear circumstances. 2 suspects, identified as Mulindo George, a teacher by profession, and Babirie Madina, 24, a casual worker, were arrested.
This was yesterday, 21st June 2026. Police in Wakiso registered a case of alleged trafficking in persons following the rescue of 18 juveniles in Kakunyu village, Wakiso Town Council. Officers at Namusera Police Post received the information from members of the local council in Kakunyu village that a house in their area was accommodating an unusually large number of young children, estimated to be between 3 years and 12 years of age. You can imagine that age, 3 years, and that child is not with the parent. So in response, police working together with the local leadership and residents conducted an operation at the said premises. 18 juveniles, 9 boys and 9 girls were found living in 2 dilapidated rooms under suspicious conditions. It is alleged that the children had been transported from Luero and Masindi districts under unclear circumstances. We managed to apprehend 2 suspects. One is Mulindo George, 33 years, a teacher by profession, and Babirie Madina, 24 years, a casual worker. The suspects are in our custody as we carry out further investigations. Who are the children? The children are still with us, except if today further administrative action was taken, because we usually look out for their homes, which usually help in children who are in such a predicament. But the message is still, because what do we learn from this? First and foremost, of course, we strongly condemn and warn individuals against engagement in any form of child trafficking. And let's also talk about probable exploitation, but without necessarily preempting the investigations. We need to know why were children in such numbers in such a place in a very unexplained manner. So members of public would like also to add, we urge them to remain vigilant. In this very particular situation, we would like to appreciate the effort of the local council. I chose not to particularly give out the names, but the local council persons were very, very instrumental. And this is what we have been saying, that the effective enforcement of laws requires the collaboration of the Wananchi. both the local leaders and the citizens proper. So in such a situation, once the LOCs reached us, it didn't take a lot of time. We had already surrounded the area and rescued the children. Any parent or guardian whose child could have been delivered or offered, if you are a parent in Luwero or Masindi, and you let out your child to be taken for whatever reasons, you know that your child is currently in the custody of law enforcement bodies. So you report to the nearest station to see how we can reunite you and your child.